Broadcasting from an undisclosed location under a farm pond somewhere in the Midwest. Your host is Jim Crowley. This is Slickfish Radio. Hey everybody, welcome to Slickfish Radio. I, by process of elimination, have your wonderful, loving, adoring, and modest host, Jim Crowley. Thank you for joining us tonight. We've got some really cool, fun stuff tonight. And I cannot wait to get to our guest. It's Jamie Bruce from Bruce Brothers Charters. And you talk about big fish. We are talking big bluefin tuna. I mean like monster-sized fish. So we're going to show you some pictures, and we're going to talk to Jamie about it. James Yarlin just come in. Hi, James. How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you here. Hey, you'll see me this weekend. Awesome. James will be at the Quad Cities. We're going to make a couple announcements here first. First of all, I want to thank our incredible sponsor for the show, American Tackle. Explore Lacrosse, Shields, and of course we are powered by Dakota Lithium. Couple announcements. Tomorrow night I will be at the Shields in Springfield, Illinois, teaching baitcasting 101, a course completely dedicated to, hi Craig, how you doing from Florida there? A class completely dedicated to teaching you how to throw a baitcast reel. We're going to go over everything from pitching to flipping to skipping to operating the controls on a baitcaster, everything. If you're in the Shields, Springfield, Illinois area tomorrow night, 6:30, stop on by. It's a free class and it's going to be a lot of fun. This weekend, the 17th and 18th, that is a Friday and Saturday, I will be in the Quad Cities, Rock Island, the QCCA Outdoor Show. It's been, oh, my wonderful, loving wife just chimed in. Hi, sweetie. Love you too. I will be in the Quad Cities QCCA Outdoor Show. I haven't been back there in 2 years, and I am looking forward to it. I love the Quad Cities. I cannot wait to see all you people there, and we are going to have a blast. Also tonight, we are going to be doing we're going to be doing a giveaway tonight, and we're going to be giving away an American Tackle t-shirt. Okay, there it is. So we're going to be giving that away. Hey, Gary's right. Just see you there, Jim. Great. Okay. We just lost Jamie, I think, in the feed. So hopefully he will be able to come back in here. Something happened. We had him. We had him right there, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So we may what we may actually do is take a quick break here in a minute, and then we will try to get him back and see if we can get him on. But anyway, until he gets back, or until we can get him back on the thing again here, if you guys have any questions or anything, does anybody want to know anything about the shows this weekend, about the Quad Cities, about anything like that, just feel free to ask away. There's going to be a couple minutes. I'm going to see AJ. Hey, AJ says favorite part of his weekend. I'm going to get you guys to a break here real quick. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a break real quick here, and I'm going to see if I can get Jamie back on. So if all of you just hold back, actually, hold on, wait, he's here. Hallelujah.
How you doing, Jim? I'm not sure what happened there, but we lost
that's
connection.
Okay. Hey, we got a bunch of people coming in here, and you know what? This nothing can ever go wrong with live TV ever.
Ever.
You know. So ever. So
it's just like going fishing.
That's right. So, we're always expected to catch fish, right? Well, sometimes that just doesn't happen. So, and all these people are chiming in here. This is great. We've got people from north to south right now. So this is Jamie Bruce. He is part of Bruce Brothers Charters. And Jamie, thanks. So, and all the way from Prince Edward Island, man, thank you so much for being here tonight. I'm thrilled to have you, man.
An honor to be here, Jim. Thank you very much for the invite.
Well, we have a mutual friend in common, and that is Mr. Mark Davis from Big Water Adventures. And as soon as he told me, he goes, Crowley, this is a guy you got to talk to. And Mark knows fishing all over the world. I don't think anybody knows fishing all over the world better than Mark Davis. And if he said you're the guy, and as soon as me and you started talking, I'm like, oh, this is one guy I got to have on the show. Because you know what? There are bucket list fish, and then there are bucket list fish. And that is a term that is used a lot. But I've caught blackfin tuna, I've caught yellowfin tuna, and as strong as they are, they fail in comparison in the size and the power of a bluefin tuna. And I was reading off your website that without question, I'm going to read this, that these are without question one of the fastest and most powerful fish in the sea. Can you elaborate on that for me?
Well, I'll use a term that a lot of our customers use all the time when they come here is they say they're just the Volkswagens of the sea. They're a freight train. And, it's kind of hard to describe the sheer power and muscle of a bluefin tuna when it's peeling 500 yards of line off, doing 50, 60 miles an hour, bolting away from the boat. But that's just the beginning. When you settle into the fight and the fish starts doing pinwheels, and Mark can attest to this because Mark's been here many years with us now. That's when the real fight starts, when you get the fish straight down. So, it's kind of hard to explain. So I grew up with these fish, so I can't relate it to many other species. We did a bit of fishing in Costa Rica before, then with sailfish and mahi and blues, things like that. But they just didn't compare to giant bluefin tuna. There's no other way to explain it.
Now, that I love that. The biggest fish I've ever caught is the longest one anyway, was a 10-foot sword. And that was that took me 2.5 hours to reel in, but that was just a constant pull. Neil Menson, hey Neil, yeah, he said his first live stream welcome to the party, Neil. This is a fun show. Glad to have you. And it always cracks me up when you fight big fish like that. And then I'm a bass fisherman at heart. That's how I was raised. But I'm not one of those guys who dances around the deck for a 3-pound fish. You want to dance around the deck. I've had blackfin sharks pull me around the deck. You probably have bluefin tunas pull the back of the boat. Now that's when you have to move around a little bit. And if I'm not mistaken, what I was reading is your family started this in the late 60s. And isn't it something like there's 20 members of your family that are somehow involved in this industry? I just think that's amazing. Tell us a little bit about the history of your family.
Well, our father, my uncles, my grandfather, great grandfather, it goes way back. I can remember as a kid being able to step foot in a boat and experience the bluefin tuna. But it did start. The original charter fishery started right here in Prince Edward Island at North Lake with the likes of my father, my uncle Walter and Core, and all my uncles, and the legend Ken Fraser, as we all know him, still IGFA world record holder. So. That started in the late 60s to 70s. It continued on to the 80s. There's a downturn in the industry around the mid to late 80s. And then the bluefin came back in the mid 90s. And they've just been getting better. There's some say it peaked, and I believe it's just continues to get better. We're seeing volumes of fish now in places we haven't seen them before. So it's grown, and to be such a small part of such a huge family, it's very humbling.
It's very cool. And just so you guys know, and there's more people chiming in here live tonight. This is great. I want to show you what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
That right there is a grander.
That's a big sucker is what that thing is right there. Tell us a little bit about that fish, because oh my goodness, sweet Jesus, holy cow, that thing is huge.
Yeah,
so tell us a little bit about this one.
Well, that there particular fish, that was one of our 1 or 2 kill tags we had that year, and I think that was 4 or 5 years ago. That was just one of the best pictures I had on file of my mate Blair and myself.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah,
that's like a monster. How long is that fish? 12 feet?
I can't remember the exact fork length of it, but it did tip the 1,000 pounds. That's 1,000 pounds.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
That's 1,000-pound fish.
That's a grander right there. Yeah.
Everybody watching right now, you are looking at 1,000-pound fish. How cool is that? You're looking at 1,000-pound fish.
Pretty special animal. No
that
question.
Is a lot of sushi, brother. Holy cow. Yeah. Now, what happens with a fish like that? Now, you yourself are not going to eat all that meat, or you could with all the members of your family, but is there meat for sale after that? How does that work?
Well, typically our fish here in Prince Edward Island, it goes to 3 or 4 buyers that mainly buy all the fish here for PEI. Awesome. And they ship most of them to Japan or domestically within North America. But the biggest market always has been Japan in years previous, and it's only until the last few years it's been opened up different domestic markets. There's been more of an appetite, if you will, for bluefin tuna right here within Canada itself also. And we do have access to fresh bluefin once the season opens here, right from opening day and beyond when the last fish is caught here in Prince Edward Island waters. So we're lucky enough that that has changed for the better than years previous. Now we can offer local bluefin at a local butcher shop close by.
That's awesome. I mean, and not only a great fish to catch, but great for the economy.
Absolutely.
And that is phenomenal. Now, you have told me when you and I talked on the phone that they're now you're seeing great numbers, like better than you have in a while. And if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, that if Canada lifts these restrictions, what so far it looks like it's going to happen, that's more access to people in the U.S. can come up, because to me, this is not just fishing. This is big game hunting. This enters a whole different realm of fishing. This
Absolutely.
is something that if you're going to do this, and this is something I'm going to do, Jamie and I already talked about this. I said, if Canada lifts those restrictions, we're going to do this. And I want to do this. I want to experience this. Everybody watching and everybody who hears us tomorrow on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, think about this. You have a chance, just a chance at a fish that could be 2 or 3 times your size. That doesn't mean you're going to catch it. That means you have somebody that's going to put you in a position to do this. Where else are you going to do this? Jamie, talk to me about these numbers. You said they're phenomenal right now, or they're getting better.
Well, we see the change here in the last few years, Jim, primarily with our water temperature. It has warmed a little bit, and now we're seeing schools of fish, if you will, offshore in locations. And offshore here is not very far. I'm only talking 5-7 miles. So wow. Just outside the dock, basically. We're seeing schools of fish. You find the birds, you find the fish. And we're seeing schools, half a mile here, and you go another mile down the shore, there's another school of fish. We haven't seen volumes of fish like that 10 years ago. We haven't seen them. We've seen volumes of fish congregated in specific bait fish areas 10 years ago. But now we're seeing that, also seeing fish offshore in numerous locations that we have never seen them in years previous. And it's very exciting. We're if our restrictions get lifted so we can accept tourism again, because let's face it, it is tourism. Sure. It's attracting people to Canada. We're very excited and eagerly awaiting the day.
And even I remember you were telling me before that this is something that Canadians can do too. It's not just Americans coming here. And, a lot of great big game hunters in Canada, a lot of great stuff with moose and whitetail and caribou and all that stuff. For any Canadians that are listening to this show tonight, if you want to conquer something that really is you one-on-one, I mean, literally with line and a great captain and a boat, because you're not fighting this fish by yourself. This takes a team. Any fish Absolutely. This big takes a team, period. I've never done it before, and I can tell you that a big fish, I've caught 10-foot fish before, it takes a team. And for these guys to be doing this since the late 60s, they know what the heck they're doing. And it's you and your brother that run this now. And you guys got first mates and everything like that too. Tell us a little bit about your crew and your boats.
Well, there's my brother Troy and I. We started this quite a few years ago, and now we've got my son Ben has entered the fishery. Also in our group, we've got our good friend and neighbor just up the road from my house here, Craig Veld, and we've also got Ian Gauthier. And we've have, like you said, you talked about the size of our family, so we've got first cousins that are in this. We've got my wife's sister's husband is a charter captain. One thing you'll understand, and a lot of people, until you come here, Prince Edward Island has a population of about 160,000 people, approximately. Oh, you can drive tip to tip in 3.5 hours comfortably. Everybody knows everybody at some point. There's harbors all along the coastline, and in between there's farmers' fields and farms, and you cannot go to a local gas station, and if you mention Bruce Brothers or one of my cousins or things like that, they're going, oh yeah, I know Jamie, I know Troy. So Our cruise, Blair's been with me forever. And Blair and I just have an understanding of each other. We don't even have to say anything. I know by his hand movements and when we're fighting a fish. And like you said, it does come back to it's a team effort. It's not just the angler and the fish. It's the captain and how he handles the boat and a great mate. And we're very comfortable to say we've got great mates in our boats.
And that's awesome. I want to talk to you a little bit about Prince Edward Island when we get back and a couple more things about the charters. We're going to take a break, everybody, right here. And as I always say what Chuck Woolery used to say back in the day, we will be back in 2 and 2. American Tackle is home to the award-winning microwave line control system. Rod blanks to reel seats, ferrules to finish, grips to guides. They're committed to the very best in rod building components. Find out more, americantackle.us. With fishing beyond your expectations, indoor and outdoor activities, a vast variety of places to eat, drink, and stay. Discover your next adventure between the bluffs. ExploreLaCrosse.com. Located in Springfield, Illinois' largest selection of sports and sportswear, hunting, fishing, specialty shops and services, a 65-foot Ferris wheel, 16,000-gallon saltwater aquarium, and industry-leading knowledgeable employees. You don't take chances at Shields, ever. Go to shields.com. Believing quality is measured by lifespan and harnessing their unique chemistry and engineering know-how. Dakota Lithium lasts 4 times longer, powering your passion with an 11-year warranty. Find out more, dakotalithium.com.
Slick Fish Radio with Jim Crowley can be seen and heard on Roku, Fire TV, Spotify, Amazon Music, and iTunes.
All right, we are back with Jamie Bruce from Bruce Brothers. I'm going to flash a little code up here on the bottom for all of you. And since we're giving away an American Tackle t-shirt tonight at the end of the show, here's a code for you too. If you go to americantackleanglerproducts.com, which you see right there, and if you decide to get something, put in a code JCO20 and you will get 20% off right there. And also, if you have time, you can click back and forth between here and the show. If you go to American Tackle and somebody comments, just say something that you saw on americantackleanglerproducts.com. At the end of the show, if I pick your name, I'm going to give you a free t-shirt. Not bad. All you got to do is look around a little bit and you get a free t-shirt. Go to americantackleanglerproducts.com. All right, Jamie, I want to talk to you about Prince Edward Island. I was looking around the website and it's a beautiful, from what I saw, there's some great shops and everything. There's some beautiful stuff there. And so if a husband and wife wanted to do this, they could go there and there's more to do besides just fishing. Looks like there's some beautiful little places to stay. Tell us a little bit about what, if somebody comes and fishes with you, when they come and fish with you, what can they stay? What else can they do?
Well, like I said, Jim, earlier, Prince Edward Island is fairly small. So you're only 3.5 hours from tip to tip. So, if you get a wind day, perhaps, or if we max out and we get our fish early and you have an afternoon, evening, you can enjoy many local restaurants, local music with Kaylee's, museums, historic lighthouses. And I cannot forget, if you do come in August, which, by the way, I think is the best hidden secret in Prince Edward Island with the bluefin fishing. August has been fantastic. But if you come in August, our beaches are world renowned and they're 5 minutes from my house. We've actually been rated in travel magazines as top 5 in the world. So, that statistic in itself, we're very proud of. Historical Charlottetown, birth of Confederation of Canada, in our main city in Charlottetown, where you would fly into. There's many nice gift shops, many pubs, fine dining, 5-star dining, or just local fare. There's lots of things you can do other than just fishing.
Yeah, that sounds. If you guys go to their website, and if I think, here it's brucebrothescharters.com, right? Is that it?
It's actually, that's our name, Bruce Brothers Fishing Charters. It's PEI Bluefin Tuna Charters.com.
Okay. So go to that and we'll have you say that again at the end, but go there and take a look around, folks, because there's some cool stuff in there. And I was looking up stuff on Prince Edward Island and there's just, it's beautiful. I didn't know that about the beaches. That's pretty cool. But like you said, if you come in August, there's a lot of, we used to joke when we go farther into Manitoba or Saskatchewan that that summer was actually a Tuesday in July somewhere, and because whenever we went, it seemed like it would always be super cold. But this is great to know that they have a world-renowned beach, and especially there seems so much. It just looks like a beautiful, beautiful place. I'm really excited about it. Tell us a little bit. So, if somebody books a trip with you, let's go through the process of somebody finds you and they book a process. How do they go about doing it, and what can they expect?
Well, typically when a normal email comes in, Jim, they ask the normal questions: is when's the best time of year to come? Where can I stay? Where do I fly into? All of this information is available on our website. But a typical charter will involve flying into Charlottetown if that's your choice of travel. That's a main city. It's about an hour and 20 from where our boats are, an hour and 20-minute drive. Rental cars are available at the airport. We usually help set up local accommodations, whether it be your own cottage, which in some cases is nicer, more beautiful than some homes. Normally right on the coast. So it's overlooking the water. We got some fantastic inns close by that you can do everything under one roof with food and drink. Typical day of fishing leaving North Lake is about 7:30 in the morning. Is when we depart lines. We catch our live bait, which is generally mackerel, within 5 minutes from the dock, 10 minutes from the dock. And then usually within another 10 minutes, we're going to be setting our lines out on a drift with live baits for the tuna. We have a few favorite locations, I guess you will, or hot spots that's known to all the fishermen at North Lake Harbor that we usually set up at first thing in the morning. And, then the fleet starts to spread out. So we go on the hunt. And one thing you will find up here, and we get this comment a lot of times too, is how well all the boats work together. And one thing you will notice here is the charter boats, and for the most part, all the commercial fishermen, they all help each other find the fish. Because one major difference between here in Canada and the United States is there's zero recreational fishing for bluefin tuna. We are the recreational guys. So we are commercial tuna fishermen first and foremost. We're one of the 359 license holders of Prince Edward Island, but we have a permit. There's about 20 of us active, give or take a few. That gives us a license to go catch and release. And so we are the recreational component of the bluefin tuna fishery here in Canada. So we're allowed 3 hookups. Or 3 fish to the boat, or any combination. You get 1, you lose 2, or you get 2, you lose 1, or you may get all 3. Normally our day is over about 4:30, 5 o'clock. We pull lines, we head back to the harbor. Some days, there is times we will do a 25-mile run. But occasionally, or generally, I should say, we're not fishing any more than 10, 12 miles. And, that's after setting up within 10 minutes of catching your bait fish and going for a live drift. And we may move down the shore a couple miles, try another ledge, or move offshore looking for birds and them schooling fish I was talking about in August. That's a lot of fun. That's fishing to me. That's the hunt. And it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see the fish up busting. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, if you can see 300 and 500-pound fish coming up on the surface, that doesn't look like schooling fish. That looks like somebody dropped a bunch of bathtubs in the water. That's what that looks like.
It looks like they're detonating bombs. Yeah.
So we're out in the charter. We're out in charter with you, and we hook up. What kind of crazy chaos goes? I mean, just take us through. This is nuts. Just take us through. Now, granted, some of these are 300+ pound fish, and I'm probably going on the low side on some of that. But if you hook up with one of those, what the heck happens after that?
Well, I like to tell guys, our clients, the first 5 minutes and the last 5 minutes are the most adrenaline rush you'll ever find. It's crazy, especially when we're out drifting. You got three lines in the water, and everybody's kind of cool and relaxed, and all of a sudden the rod goes off, and then it's just mayhem. You're just running all over the place. You're firing orders. Grab this line, get that line out of the water. Grab the kite. We do a lot of kite fishing. Get the kite in. If we use fighting chairs too with 130 tackles. So a lot of guys, he'll go jump in the chair, and in the meantime, we're still trying to get the rest of the lines in. So it happens really fast, and there's still nothing like it. There's no other feeling of that first 5 minute adrenaline rush, and then of course the last 5 minutes when you're trying to get the boat or the fish boat side to get the pictures and get the good release and things like that. So we can offer the chair. We can do stand up. When Mark comes up here, he always does stand up.
He's got to do stand up. There's no doubt.
There's no doubt about it. And to be honest with you, if you have some experience, that's the ultimate. It's the ultimate. It's there's no way to describe it. It's just your legs are locked and you can't lift your feet to walk around the floor of the boat. It's crazy.
No. Knowing Mark Davis, the next thing he'll do is one leg. I just, that would be Mark, just standing on one leg. He doesn't take anything easy, man. He's going to do it the hard way and earn it. I love that about him. A Lori McGregor and a Carrie McGregor chimed in, so I'm taking, you probably know them because they look pretty.
I know them, yeah.
that you're on here. So, and James Jones just said, sounds like a great time. Yeah, it is. Jay, before we let you go, I appreciate you coming on, man. This has just been great because I hope with all these people that have chimed in tonight, this just sounds like adrenaline on steroids to me. I can't wait. We got to figure out a way to do something. I'm looking forward to it, and we're definitely gonna stay in touch with one another. But go over all your information again, your phone numbers. Take your time, do it. Let everybody know how they can get a hold of you, because I'm hoping I'm not the only one that takes you up on this and wants to do this, because I think this is above bucket list. This is something that every guy who fishes, I think, should want to try, because this is totally you against fish. It is. I mean, this is, to me, this is like the ultimate, and especially with a fish this fast, this strong. You're looking at, if this is an 8 or 9 foot fish, folks, this is muscle head to tail. And if this is, I've caught yellowfins before that are really, really strong, but they're not even a third of the size of some of these. And just to have the opportunity to go out with somebody that is experienced like this, the trip to me would be worth it, just having the chance at a monster fish like this. It's absolutely incredible. And Bob Collins just chimed in and goes, yeah, Bob, they're releasing a lot of these fish too. Are you keeping any of these at all? Or are you releasing everything?
On our charters, it's all catch and release.
Okay.
Yeah, it is all catch and release. Yeah.
That is awesome. So you get the photo, you get that big fish back in the water. And for commercial fishing, I take it, obviously you keep some. Those are the ones that are for sale. Obviously, yeah. But I love that better, just to be able to catch that fish and release it. I think great, Bob. Great question, by the way. I think that's awesome. Jamie, go over everything, please, about how they can get a hold of you, and they're going to be able to see this. You're going to be able to share this video. We got to get this word out, because when Canada opens back up, this is something people have got to give a shot. So let them have it.
Absolutely. And if I may, just quickly, when Mark Davis relates us in the equation of Tropic Star and Crocodile Bay, that's very humbling.
For sure.
So we are located on the east coast of Canada in Prince Edward Island. Our website is www.peibluefintunacharters.com. And we are known as Bruce Brothers Fishing Charters, my brother Troy and I. There's more than just us that belong to our Bruce Brothers group. So we have many boats to offer. My phone number, my personal cell phone number, is 902-969-8033. And if you'd like to talk to my brother Troy, his cell number is 902-969-2408. And I'll repeat our website again. It's www.peibluefintunacharters.com. And look us up in Google us. It's Bruce Brothers Fishing Charters, and you'll have no problem finding us. Our website there, it's very easy. Lots of great information, and our numbers are there. Email is there, and we'd be more than happy to answer your questions and help you get a trip booked.
Well, that is great, man. I sure appreciate you taking the time tonight. There's a bunch of, I'm probably going to be answering questions on this after we get off the show, which is just fine. But Jamie gave you all the information. If you guys want it, I will put his information on there on the feed. I will make sure that I get the right website on there so you guys can look it up for him, just so you know, in case you didn't get it on here or you go back and listen to the show again. But I will put it up in the comments here, the right website, so you can make sure that you can get a hold of him. Jamie, I appreciate you so much, brother. I'll be I'll be talking to you soon, and tell everybody from Prince Edward Island, thanks for tuning in tonight, and thanks for all the new likes on the Facebook page. But it was a pleasure having you. We will be talking in the future, my friend. I really appreciate your time, you and your family, all the effort and all the professionalism. This is very, very cool, and I hope you get some guys. I know you got me, because we're going to figure out a time to do this. But God bless you, my friend. You and your family. We will talk to you soon.
Thank you very much, Jim. It's been a pleasure. Talk soon.
What a great guy. What a great guy. And thank you to all of you for tuning in tonight. So I'm going to put the when I get off air here tonight. Okay. So we'll put the information up. I'm going to get the correct website on there. I typed it up wrong by mistake. I'm sorry for that. I will type up the correct website in this list of people that are on here. My goodness, a bunch of you chimed in tonight. God bless you all. Thank you. So this show grows more and more every episode that we do, and I've got all of you to thank for it. You're absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to give away this American Tackle t-shirt tonight. Okay. So I'm going to give this away. So, and by the way, if you go, I'm going to put this up here. So we're going to give you, before we leave tonight, I'm going to give you a couple discount codes here, just so you know. So if you go to our friends Lure Parts Online and you put in the code JC Outdoors 10, you will get 10% off an order. We support autism anglers both on this show as well as Jim Crowley Outdoors on Wired to Fish TV. If you put in the code JC10, you will get a discount there. At American Tackle, our friends at American Tackle, we love them. If you go to American Tackle Angler Products, rods, reels, everything on there, you put in the code JC20 and you will get 20% off there. So all that cool stuff right there. I'm going to go back and we're going to look at some comments for a second. I'm also going to tell you again, I will be at Shields tomorrow night in Springfield, Illinois, giving that bait casting 101. If you can stop by, please do. It's going to be a great great seminar learning how to use a bait cast reel. And then this coming Friday and Saturday, that is the 17th or the 18th and 19th of February, I'm going to be at the Quad Cities Outdoor Show, QCCA. It's going to be nice. I love the Quad Cities. It's going to be nice to see all of you back there again. I've got a couple seminars coming up there this weekend. And so I'm looking forward to that. So I'm going to go back and see what we got here before we leave you guys here. Let's go back to the comments here. And let's see. A couple guys commented on what we said. Looking here, man, a bunch of these comments came in. Holy cow, you guys. I really appreciate it. AJ Hack. AJ, you were the first one to comment that the t-shirts are awesome. Guess what, AJ? You just won an American Tackle t-shirt. All right. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate all you guys doing all this tonight. This was so much fun. I'm telling you, I am really excited about this bluefin tuna thing. I think I'm gonna do this. This has been a bucket list thing for me. And so stay tuned after the show. I'm gonna answer all your comments best I possibly can. We're gonna put up the information for Bruce Brothers Charter. Jamie Bruce, what a great guy, wasn't he? Wasn't he a great guy? And this is a bucket list trip, guys. It's beyond that. Like we said, this is going to be something completely awesome. Thank you again for all of you. I want to thank our sponsors again, American Tackle, Explore Lacrosse, Shields in Springfield, Illinois, and we are powered by Dakota Lithium. Thank you so much, everybody. This show keeps growing, and it's because of all of you. God bless you. Looking forward to seeing some of you tomorrow night and this weekend. Fishing season is right around the corner. Get ready. We're coming right at you. God bless you. We'll see you soon.